Well, the presses are rolling again, this time in Stone County. We first told you about the Branson Tri-Lakes newspaper suddenly closing last month.
Now the longtime publication has new life, all thanks to some local business owners. On your sides, Francis Watson is here with the latest efforts to save the century-old paper, Francis.
Yes, Steve, Emily, Lancaster Management closed the doors to its Hollister printing location a few weeks ago, effectively putting an end to delivering the news so many came to rely on. Today, the new Branson Tri-Lakes, offered by a different publisher, hit newsstands.
Ink is something that is never going to go away, in my opinion.
But for a little time in Branson, the newspaper did. Lancaster Management closed the doors to its version of the Branson Tri-Lakes newspaper in July. But thanks to local businessmen, the new Branson Tri-Lakes newspaper has filled the gap. Johnny Sakulis is the managing editor.
We're not hard news reporting. We have no interest in reporting world news, national news, and just a little bit of state news, but our commitment is community. And so when they open that paper, they're going to get what they can't get from any other source.
Publisher Mike Cooper says he's got the know-how to keep the more than century-old publication in circulation.
Currently, we publish the Parade of Homes Real Estate magazine. We have an outdoor advertising company, a couple other little businesses here. But this business is crucially important to the community.
Cooper says the group was able to acquire the rights to the newspaper through former owner Lancaster Management.
We bought the name. We bought the intangible assets from Lancaster. So we didn't buy the printing press, we didn't buy the assets, we didn't buy the liabilities, but we bought the name, we bought the mailing permit, the status of our company as the legal publication of record for Stone and Taney County to print legal ads.
The partners say they're committed to delivering a quality product readers can trust.
An honest newspaper is the most important thing in the world, so we're looking forward to continuing that fine tradition.
Honestly, even when it went out, the idea that somebody could continue it, that would have the background or the ability to do it, it will be predicated on the support of the community.
So what if you have a subscription or were advertising with the Branson Tri-Lakes newspaper? Cooper says they intend to honor all of those agreements. He says, though, there are no plans to bring back the smaller papers that folded. And we talked to a few former employees of Lancaster Management, the former publisher, who say they still have yet to receive their last paychecks. We also, of course, reached out to Lancaster Management again, but have not heard back.
Good to see them back.
All right. Thanks, Steve.